Today, I want to talk to you about the art of not being available all the time, about building a life so full, so vibrant, that when you do show up, your presence is electric. Let's dive in. If you don't respect your own presence, no one else will. It starts with recognizing that your time, energy, and existence are incredibly valuable. Too often, we're taught to constantly give, to show up for everyone else, to say yes even when it drains us. But real power begins when you start showing up for yourself first. You are not just another face in the crowd. You are the sum of your experiences, your talents, your dreams. That matters. When you walk into a room, when you speak, when you contribute, it should feel like something significant is happening, because it is. Loving and valuing yourself doesn't mean being arrogant. It means having a deep, unwavering respect for who you are and what you bring. It's about setting the standard for how others should treat you by the way you treat yourself. When you value your own presence, you move differently. You don't chase validation. You don't settle for half-hearted conversations or one-sided relationships. You don't show up just because you feel obligated. You show up because you choose to, because you know you have something meaningful to offer. People can feel when you know your own worth. It radiates without you having to say a word. It's in the way you carry yourself, the way you guard your energy, and the way you refuse to shrink to make others comfortable. And that energy is magnetic. When you truly value yourself, you naturally inspire others to see you through that same powerful lens. You become unforgettable, not because you forced your way into anyone's life, but because you stood so firmly in your own light that they couldn't help but notice. Respect your presence, nurture it, celebrate it, and trust me, the world will follow. In a world where everyone is constantly available, always online, always reachable, there's something undeniably powerful about choosing to step back. Scarcity creates value. When something is rare, people naturally pay more attention to it, cherish it, and are curious about it. The same principle applies to you. When you are always accessible, always saying yes, always showing up at every invitation, you risk becoming background noise. But when you are intentional with your time and selective with your presence, you become someone whose attention feels like a privilege, not an expectation. It's not about playing games or being distant for the sake of ego. It's about recognizing that your energy is precious. You have to protect it, nurture it, and share it thoughtfully. When you choose your appearances carefully, when you say no to things that don't align with your values or drain your spirit, you create a space where your absence is felt. People start to notice when you're not there. They wonder about you, they miss your energy, and they value the moments when you do show up even more. Creating scarcity doesn't mean isolating yourself. It means being strategic. It means knowing that you are most powerful when you are fully present, and that preserving your mental, emotional, and creative space allows you to bring your best self forward when it matters most. You don't have to be everywhere to make an impact. You just have to be unforgettable when you are there, so let them miss you. Let them feel the weight of your absence, and when you return, let it be with a presence so strong that it reminds them exactly why you were worth waiting for. In a time where popularity often feels like the ultimate goal, it's easy to believe that the more people you impress, the more successful you are. But real impact doesn't come from being known by everyone. It comes from creating meaningful connections with a few. It's not about how many people you can reach, it's about how deeply you can touch the lives of those you do. Surface-level interactions might get you applause, but depth earns you loyalty, respect, and a lasting place in someone's story. When you focus on depth, you invest in authenticity. You allow yourself to be seen fully and truly, and in doing so, you invite others to do the same. You listen with intention, you speak with heart, and you show up with your whole self, not just the polished parts. Those kinds of interactions are rare, and because they are rare, they are powerful. People don't remember every conversation or every meeting, but they do remember how someone made them feel. When you go deep, you leave a feeling that lingers long after you're gone. Trying to please everyone often leads to watering yourself down. You become a version of yourself that's easier to digest, but less real. When you focus on depth, you give yourself permission to be selective, to pour your time, energy, and love into relationships and opportunities that truly matter. You build roots instead of scattering seeds in a million different places, hoping something will grow. And in the end, it's those rooted, authentic connections that will support you, uplift you, and magnify your impact far beyond what sheer numbers ever could. Quality always outlasts quantity. Choose depth over breadth, and you'll create a life that is not just seen, but truly felt. Your energy is one of the most valuable currencies you have, and not everyone deserves access to it. Every conversation you have, every room you enter, every relationship you nurture either adds to your energy or drains it. If you are not careful about where and with whom you invest it, you'll find yourself exhausted, uninspired, and disconnected from your own purpose. Protecting your energy is not selfish, it is essential. It's about recognizing that your peace, your creativity, your ambition, these are sacred, and they cannot thrive in environments that constantly take from you without giving anything back. It's okay to walk away from things that don't feel right. It's okay to say no without needing a long explanation. It's okay to choose silence over conversations that leave you feeling small. The world often glorifies being busy, being everywhere, being available 24/7. But true power lies in the quiet confidence of someone who knows they don't have to be accessible to everyone to be impactful. They know that protecting their energy allows them to show up stronger, better, and more authentically for the people and dreams that really matter. When you are intentional about where your energy goes, you begin to notice a shift. You stop chasing validation. You stop explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. You stop pouring into places that cannot hold the weight of what you offer. Instead, you start building a life that feels good on the inside, not just one that looks good on the outside. Protecting your energy is an act of love for yourself, for your future, and for the vision you are working so hard to bring to life. Honor it, defend it, and watch how everything around you starts to align. Some of the most powerful transformations happen when no one is watching. Growth doesn't always look glamorous. It doesn't always come with applause or a spotlight. Often, it happens in the stillness, in the quiet moments when you're away from the noise of the world, focused only on yourself. It's in those unseen hours of reflection, learning, and rebuilding that you truly evolve. The most meaningful changes are rarely instant or dramatic. They are slow, deliberate, and deeply personal. We live in a culture that celebrates visibility, where every achievement is posted, every milestone is shared. But real growth doesn't need an audience. It needs patience. It needs privacy. It needs space for you to fail quietly, to heal privately, and to experiment without judgment. It's in those quiet seasons that you stretch yourself beyond what you thought was possible. You confront your fears, you question your limits, and you start building a foundation so strong that when you step back into the world, you are unshakable. The quiet teaches you resilience. It teaches you discipline. It shows you who you are without the validation of others, and when you emerge, you carry a depth, a strength, a clarity that can only be earned through solitude. Don't rush that process. Don't be afraid to retreat when you need to. Stepping back doesn't mean you're losing. It means you're preparing. You're sharpening your mind, strengthening your spirit, and aligning yourself with a purpose greater than the distractions around you. Embrace the quiet, trust in the slow unfolding of your own greatness, because when you grow in silence, you return with a power that speaks louder than words ever could. When you choose to step back and give yourself time to grow, to heal, and to rediscover your strength, the moment you return becomes something powerful. It's not about simply showing up again. It's about showing up transformed. When you re-enter the spaces you once occupied, you should do it with a presence so undeniable that people feel the difference in you without you having to say a word. Growth is meant to be seen in your energy, your confidence, your clarity, not in flashy announcements, but in the undeniable way you carry yourself. Making it count means stepping back into the world with intention. It's about bringing all the lessons, the strength, and the wisdom you gathered during your time away and allowing them to speak through your actions. You don't need to prove anything. The way you walk into a room, the way you hold your boundaries, the way you express yourself authentically, that will prove everything for you. You should make your return feel like an event, not because you seek attention, but because you embody a level of self-respect and growth that demands it. People should feel the difference in your energy. They should feel the certainty in your voice and the calm in your spirit. And if they don't, that's okay too, because the return isn't about them. It's about you honoring how far you've come. It's about stepping into your next chapter with pride, courage, and a quiet power that can't be ignored. When you return, make it matter. Make it about depth, about impact, about standing fully in who you are now. Let your presence be a reminder that you are not the same, you are better, stronger, and absolutely unforgettable.